Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tokyo Ghoul Break My Ass with 1,000 questions in the Discord. But we're here to fix that. So in this one, guys, we're gonna be going over the Abyssal mode, which is one of the most tedious modes in the entire game. So we're gonna be going over it as a TLDR. As you can see, 6 hours left to reset, so we are a little bit on the time crunch. But as you can see, I've already progressed a bit in the mode, and that is because until floor 3 it's not really a challenge. You can just do it with free-to-play units, but beyond that it gets difficult. So let's just progress here, and I'm gonna be going over what you should do, what you should look for. Obviously, first of all, don't fight Anteku. Always pick whatever else is there. So as you can see, these are like low tier units, so I would rather pick them over the Anteku SSR units. It's a small thing to take into consideration, but believe me, it comes a long way, especially when your units are so bare bones in this mode. So yeah, let's go over what you should be looking for in this mode. So before we continue any further, I should mention that I am also going to be trying to achieve the 20 million damage in a single attack achievement, or unlock requirements for a scene core. So that is why we have this particular lineup over here. For that, I'm just going to quickly go over what you need, because every single player is going to need to do that eventually. You need a buffer, which is not Uta. You don't want Uta over here. I just have it because I did not find Sen. So you want to have Sen, you want to have another buffer instead of this centipede over here, and you want to have Hide. And the reason you want to have Hide is not because of his buffs, but rather because he'll allow you to nuke whatever the unit is, so that you just don't die, right? So you can pick any one AoE. In my case, I found Red Ayato, the very old one, so he's gonna be fine for these. He's gonna be sufficient. So yeah, I'm looking for a Sen, as I said before. Doesn't seem it's likely that I'm gonna get her, but let's just try a reset. Oh, and we just got someone very useful, so let's take her. The reason why she's useful, don't pick her always. The reason I picked her is because I have Red Ayato, and Red Ayato is of course red attribute, and it already massively buffs red units, so that's the reason why I went for her. So these buffs are very important, so I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna be able to, I can buy it. Okay, let's see what I get. Okay, that's perfect, let's take that. So if you're trying to do the massive damage in a single go, you have to focus on the you really have to focus on the buffs that you get. So as I find them, I'm gonna tell you what they are, so you don't have to worry about like finding the stuff on your own, basically. Also, yeah, very yap heavy video this one's gonna be, so please do bear with me, guys. So what is so with that small segue out of the way, we're not just here just to do that one thing, right? Just that one unlock requirement. We're just gonna go over in general what the Abyss mode is. So yeah, this is the correct order that you want to have. You don't want to use the buffs 2 times. As you can see, it's sufficient to kill them, and with because of Hide, you can attack 2 times, and it's always more than enough to kill them. Even the bosses will die. But Ayato's attack right now is very low. The reason because is the right buffs are not selected. You need a lot of crit damage and crit rate in order to get the damage that is required. So yeah, again, do tend to go on a segues there, but yeah, let's get back to the main topic, which is the Abyssal mode itself. So basically, it's an RPG type of mode. What happens is that in this mode, all of these units that you see in front of me. By the way, this is my free-to-play account, free-to-play brand new account, and as you can see, I don't have most of these units that I'm showing you right now, and that is because in the Abyssal mode you can pick any unit, even the ones that you do not have, and they will all be max starred. They will not be SSS, they will be only D. If you see a SSS unit in Abyssal mode, that means that you have that unit SSS, like actually, like you actually have the unit all the way beyond D. So it's a bit confusing, but in a short manner, I'll tell you in a way that anyone can understand, is all the units that you do not have below, that you have above 6 stars are gonna be above 6 stars in this mode, but all the units that you do not have 6 stars, like if they are any star below 6, they'll all be automatically 6 starred in this mode. You cannot pick your own units, you have to pick whatever the game gives you. You have buffs to select from this mode, as you saw me select earlier, and then even the limits and the levels of the units start from all the way from 0. So even those are, you have to pick them up like buffs, just like I picked the buffs up. You have to pick them up too. As you saw previously, my level was not max, now it is max 300. You need to keep in mind that it does not go to 350, so no MR units over here. So yeah, that's the basic introduction. So let me just play the cards first. So yeah, why would you do this mode? This is actually a very important mode because this is the main way you can get tactics in the game. Tactics, if you do not know, if you're a new player, actually this mode is fairly available very early on, and there is literally no requirement for it, because as soon as you unlock Chain Campaign 200, I think you can literally just play it. So this is a very free-to-play friendly mode. I would say this is in fact the most free-to-play friendly mode in the entire game, because you get everyone maxed. So like, I don't think anything else is in the entire game that does this for you. So yeah, this is the most free-to-play friendly mode in the game, but that does not make it the best mode in the game, because this is actually a very treacherous mode. In fact, I think this is the most difficult game mode in the entire game. And the reason because is I was able to get these units after a lot of hit and trial, right? You're not gonna be getting these units right off the bat. You're gonna get all free-to-play units. I will show that later in the video how that looks like, and it is gonna be absolutely a slog to get through. Okay, as you can see on Teiku, we're not gonna fight that, especially with the owl. He doesn't usually tend to die. We're gonna always pick the Augiri units first. You might think that this is such a small detail that these are all like AI, like these are all PvE units. Well, you can just go for anything. That's not how it works in this mode. This mode is actually difficult because none of these units have anything on them, right? So as you're gonna start out, you're gonna see you start from level 5, like all the way from 0. So it's gonna be quite challenging. Your units will not do any damage, so it's gonna be very difficult. For reference, this Ayato is doing like whatever million damage, right? If it were my own Ayato in like my main or my alt account, he would do like straight up like in the tens of millions of damage. So the difference between your own units and the units the game gives you here is very much. It's day and night basically. The reason for that, I'm pretty sure, is because they're completely empty. But I mean, they don't have cells, they don't have anything. So these are all cellless units is what I'm assuming, because the levels you have to... Oh wow, that's the first time I've seen our animation. So the levels you have to get on your own, the limits you have to get on your own. The limits also start from 0. The buffs, you have none of them, you have to get them all. So yeah, as you can see, this is the enhancement level. This gives you plus 10 levels every time you get this node. Of course I'm not gonna be picking that because all my units are maxed. The other thing you should keep note of is if there is a shop beside this one, the logged one that I'm clicking on right here, this is the limit increase one. So keep that in mind if you want the limits. Early on, get this one and then work on the limits. Get to a decent level, and once you out level the enemies, because the level matters more than the limits early on, because the early limits, they don't do very much. If you focus only limits early on, you're gonna die. Like, there's no exception, you're always gonna die. The reason because is by the time you actually get to the useful limits where it increases crit damage and crit rate, by that time you'll already be dead, because that's like very high tiers of limits. So always get this first and then get the limits. If you're wondering why the order of the video is so jumbled up, is because of course I'm free balling it like I always. Sorry about that, guys. And as I said before, there is a timer on this mode, and that is why I have to hurry up and get it out of the way. So yeah, that is why the order is not like I should be telling. Oh right, I should be telling all this stuff first, that you should get like the levels first, and then as you can see, it doesn't even let me do it. You should get the levels first, and then you should get the limit. So yeah, that sort of deal. So the battle effects, right? When should you get these? Always get this. No matter where, even if you're starting out, get this. Let's say there is a shop and there are two nodes beside it that include character upgrade or character enhancement level. Don't go either way. Go to the shop, because inside the shop you can get both of them. Now granted, you need to have the currency in order to buy both of them out in the shop, but in any case the shop is more useful because you can always get the battle effect, and in this mode the battle effect is very useful. By battle effect I just mean it's literally just buffs. For the moment I'm not gonna get that because I want to see what the characters are. So yeah, so this is another thing. As you can see, there is a carnival unit here, which is the Dojima Amon over here. Is he called the Dojima Amon? Yeah, he's the Dojima Amon. So he's a carnival unit, right? So if you refresh this, there's a pretty good chance that it's gonna be a good unit over here. As you can see, this Toka, the green one, she's pretty good too for Anteiku. This Amon is okay too because he has a follow-up attack on start. So, but most important thing is he's a carnival unit. So if you refresh this, there's a high chance that there's gonna be a good unit over here. This is important to know, guys. Nobody's gonna tell you this stuff, right? And I know this only from trial and error from playing this mode so many times, right? So but unfortunately I'm not gonna refresh this. I could refresh it just to show you guys, but let me tell you, if I would do that I would actually lose, because like every buff in this game mode matters a lot. So as you can see over here, again, I'm looking for crit damage and crit rate for my Ayato. You don't want to, if you don't want to go for the 20 million damage, there's no need for you to do that. But I would always recommend, as you can see, I got it. But I would always recommend that no matter what run you're doing, let's say you're just clearing it for the first time, just keep in mind, guys, that you're gonna need to deal a lot of damage in this mode in order to unlock some scene cores. So you might as well just try to get it out of the way early on. Alright guys, so you need to keep in mind. Let's restore our HP because we can, and if we don't, we're actually gonna die, like straight up. Oh, never mind, we did have it. So again, a good usage of that would be to first heal everyone up, and then if you have someone dead, you can revive them here. I was a little hasty there. I didn't remember what the next node was, so I ended up wasting a bunch of coins. But it's not gonna matter much because we would probably die, or we're gonna make it all the way. That's how it usually goes. Either you like fully clear it with ease, or you just die. And the reason because I'm saying it like that is, let's say you like on the verge of dying and you beat the boss, right? This is the boss, by the way. So in that case, you might as well just quit. Like the reason for that is, even if you lose a single unit, then it's fine. If you lose more than a single unit, you're cooked. Like you might as well just quit at that point, because as soon as the boss ends, you're gonna get one revive or one healing, so you can revive one unit. But if you lose any more than that, you're gonna be starting second when you fight the next PvE opponent, and you're instantly gonna get wiped out. So yeah, you literally might as well quit at that point. So in this one, I would say I would go for 2 Ayatos rather than an Etori, because of course it's a boss and there are multiple units, and they are gonna be obviously more tanky than the rest of the PV units that we've been fighting right now. So I'm not gonna take the Etori this time. As you can see without her, the damage fell off by half, but we're gonna compensate for that by using more of Ayato's cards, because Hide can make them attack twice for 2 times, 2 cards, right? So I think that was a fine move. As you can see, we were not able to clear them out all the way, and if my Ayato dies here, it's GG's. So yeah, it's a complicated mode. Now we don't have to use Uta, so we are pretty good. I think we'll be clearing this. Yeah, we're pretty much dead. So yeah, if I had lost Ayato over here, it would be over. It would be GG's. And as you can see, Ayato is still not doing as much damage as we need him to do. Again, just to reiterate, if you want to deal very high amounts of damage in this mode, which you absolutely wanna, because they unlock a lot of scene cores and achievements. Not that they really matter, but I'm just saying, if you do want to do that, always keep in mind that you need an AoE unit You need a Hide in order to clear the mode, the match itself, and then you need 2 buffers. If you're using a red unit, try to get Itori. She's very easy to get. If you don't get Sen early on, the red Sen, then use Uta instead of her, and then 1 extra buffer, which in my case is Itori. For if you, let's say you're using Aogiri, right? Early on, Nico is very easy to get. Just he's a free-to-play unit because just get him in, and he'll be better than, like, let's say a Senti over here, which I had, right? So he's not very helpful. So yeah, with that being said, again, I'm just reiterating myself so many times, and the reason because is whenever you attempt this mode, I think always you should focus on trying to get these out of the way, and the reason because of why you would want to do that is you're not going to be playing this mode forever, right? Every single week you're not going to be playing this mode. Why is in the events like right now, the next event is for Bride Toka and the Bride Akira Mado. So in that event you're probably gonna get 3 or 4 more tickets to be able to sweep this godforsaken mode. Yeah, you're never gonna be playing this. This is a very time intensive mode as well. Oh, I think we're actually dead. Let's see if this power up can kill him. Oh, okay, GG's. Yeah, so this is a very time intensive mode. If I had shown you guys the footage of the video, like all the way, whoops. If I had shown you guys the footage, like from the start, it would be very, very tedious, and it would be a slog to watch. As you can see, we get 2 nodes, a revive and a heal. If you were to lose a unit, it will be fine. Because in my case, I'm trying to get the damage. You should not normally run this type of teams with so many buffers and just 1 attacking unit. Don't do that. I'm just doing it just because I need to get the damage. Normally, your main goal is not only to get the damage, but also to survive. So in such a case, what would you pick? Like, which faction is the best to pick? Well, that would depend on the meta. For example, right now CCG would be a good pick. Before that, Anteku would be a good pick. So like that differentiates over time, and also it would depend entirely upon the good unit that you would get in the second stage. In the first stage, you're not gonna get any units. In the second stage, you're gonna get 1 or 2 good units, and depending on what those factions of those units are, you're gonna need to like just build them out. You can't pick them out on your own. That's not how this game mode works. It's very stingy. If it would let you pick a little more, like if it would let you just select the faction, I think, then this mode would be so fun. Like genuinely, I see a lot of people who actually like this mode, and I can see why. But this mode has a lot of problems, and that's the reason why the game is allowing people to skip it in the first place. Because like they must have seen that people absolutely despise clearing this. The first time this mode came, I was really happy with this because for free-to-play players, a huge W. Don't need to start anything up. All units are 6th. But it turns out that you would rather want to use the units that you already have rather than the units that are available over here, because they're so bare bones. Like these units are like, my 0-star units would be better than these units. Like it's that bad. So like the charm wore off very quickly for this one, guys. I'm gonna be so for you. So yeah. And what else is there in this mode? Yeah, the reason why you would play it, I guess, which I've already told, tactics. The main thing you should get from the shop, I'll show it to you in a second, but the main thing you should get is always the red tactic. Do not buy anything else. Do not buy the blue tactics. Reason why I tell you not to buy the blue tactics is because the game has made it exceedingly easy to get the blue tactics. If you have like if you absolutely love this mode and you have so much currency, absolutely go for it. Nobody should stop you at that point. But usually don't do that. Always get the red tactic. You'll be able to see why. It costs 6k to get both. It costs 7k to get one of these. Every week you're gonna get this bar up every single time. Always do this every single week to be able to get the bar up. And you will be wondering how many times do you need to clear it to get to these tickets. For that you need to clear stage 2 all the way, or you can do stage 1 and then die, stage 1 and then die, and then a little bit, and you'll get all of it. Or you can just get to stage 2's end and you'll get all of it. So doing this is pretty easy. This is not the problem. I think this is a good addition. But the problem is the currency that you get from here is very little. As you can see, this is 800 currency, and then this is how much is that? I can't see properly. That's 1,000, and then that you get 3k from here every single week. So you would say, okay, then why should I not get these 2 tactics, bro? These tactics are worthless in comparison to the UR one. Get this first. Now here's the catch, guys. When you clear this mode all the way, like there are 6 stages in this, and you cleared it all the way, I can guarantee you will not be clearing it all the way every single time. In fact, out of 10 attempts, you will be able to clear it only once. Only once. 1 out of 10 times will you be able to clear it. It is that difficult because it's completely based on your luck. If you get a good unit at the start, GG's. Like for example, I get a high save in the start of the run. That's it. The mode's pretty much completed, and then I would never touch it again. Let's say I don't get that high save and I don't get any good units. You're cooked. You're gonna have to run it until you get a good unit, which will take you at least 10 turns. It is a slog to get through this, and once you clear it all the way, you get 2k points. Let me correct myself. You get 1.8k points. Like for clearing it all the way, you get 2k points. You would need to clear it all the way, like 3 times in order to get this fully bought out, because it costs 6k to get both of them, bro. Like, I can assure you, you're not going to be able to clear that. You're just going to be able to get this. So to get 6k, that's going to take you 2 weeks alone. So always there's going to be a scenario, if you're not able to clear this all the way, that is. If you're able to clear it all the way, then you can buy everything out from here. But new players are not going to be able to do that. As you can see, I am on my free-to-play new account, as you can see, level 62. So also, yeah, as you can see, this was the first time I'm clearing this. So that is why I even got an achievement for it. Oh, whoops, not meant to show that. That's gonna be for a separate video. So yeah, trying to get the currency just from the mode itself is absolutely treacherous. You get whatever the currency is from here, and you get that every single week. By the time you have enough to get for this, it's gonna be 2 weeks. At that point, always buy this. When you buy this, you're gonna only be able to buy one of these, and the other one is gonna be expired. So at that point, just don't bother getting it. Just get this, save the leftover currency for next time, and then you're gonna be able to buy this comfortably, and then you can buy this 2 times, and then you repeat that cycle. A lot of people misunderstand when I say this, that you shouldn't get this from here. They don't understand that I'm not saying that this tactic sucks, or like this tactic is not worth to get. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that this tactic in the red that is already sold out, that is far more valuable than this one. Even if it were like 4 or 5 over here, I would still tell you to get this one over here, because like it would take in my main account today, I've combined 15 SSR potentials, and I did not get even a single UR potential. So like, yeah, it's your choice after that point. So yeah, first just prioritize getting this. Then if you have the currency left over, I would say just save it for next time to get it again, and then you can comfortably keep buying this, because you're gonna have leftover currency always. If you don't want to do that, you want to get it out of the you just want to fill out your character, then sure, get one of these, and then you're not gonna be able to buy anymore. If you're at a point where you can sweep it already, I don't think you should be even watching the video, because if you've cleared it once, you already know what's going on. So yeah, with the shop out of the way, let's continue. Already, guys, I just looked at my OBS, and this fucking mode has took more than 20 minutes of my time, and this is absolutely ridiculous. I would not have any intention to keep you guys watching this. Like, this is actually painful for even me to do, because like I genuinely am so sick and tired of this mode, because I had to do this shit on my main account 2 or 3 times until I could clear it for once. And then I had to do it all over again 4 or 5 more times just so that I can unlock the Augiri scene course, because on my main account I'm an Augiri main. So yeah, fun times. And then I have to do it even more times on my alt account, which even the thought of that, like, it makes me shiver up. So like yeah, just doing one stage has taken me 20 minutes. Now granted, I am talking alongside, so let's minus 5 minutes. So even then, that's like 20 minutes tops. Bro, 20 minutes for one stage? That's like straight up an hour to do the whole thing, and you're not gonna be able to do it all the way. Like, and let's say you make it all the way, right? Let's say you make it to stage 6. Even then, guys, like the chances of you dying even with a proper team are so high that it's not even funny. You might be wondering why is that? Because the last stage has a full augury on the field as bosses. Basically, they all have good synergy with them, with each other, I should say. They have a red Ayato with already. That reduces the chance of you winning like massively if you don't kill him outright. And then there is a Sai Ayato alongside him, which every time red Ayato attacks, you're gonna have a follow up and you're gonna get fucked. So and the damage is insane for those bosses. Even the first boss in stage 1 can kill you easily because of the free-to-play units, and that trend just keeps continuing. The second boss is easy. I'm pretty sure it's Owl, and then the third boss is Sachi, I think, and that's easy too. And then though in those, if you killed Arima in the first stage, you're gonna be able to kill the third and second boss easily. And then the fourth one, as you guys saw, that was Arima. That was a little more challenging than the second and the third one for sure. But yeah, this one's gonna be PSY Aito, not the red Aito that I was talking about. This is just gonna be PSY Aito. This one's actually tough too. Not as tough as the last one, but yeah, tough. I'm gonna be taking a quick break, guys. Just give me a second. Alright, let us continue. If you're wondering, I have to turn off my fan in my room in this heat in order to record, because I'm sure all of you have noticed by now that the mic does not pick up my voice very well. As you can see, we got a very good buff. So yeah, let's pick that up. There's gonna be a red version of that. I could try to reroll and get that, but I shouldn't do that because I don't even have the proper characters first. Okay, so this, guys, this over here, if I reset this, it's gonna be all trash. Okay, well, this is not good. So this is a good opportunity to show you why this mode sucks, like, even more. So what just happened is that the game crashed, and your guess is as good as mine as to why I'm telling you this is a bad thing. I was in the shop, guys, and I should be okay. If I was in battle, guys, that was a loss, and I would need to do the entire thing all over again. Yeah, this is one of the worst modes in the game, guys. Like, the game is already unoptimized as hell, and you expect us to deal with this bullshit where every single time you have let's say your internet fluctuates, right? Game over for you. You have to start the mode all over again. Let's say your battery runs out. Well, tough luck. You have to start it all over again. And let's see. Okay, yeah, it lets me do it. Okay, I would be so pissed if it didn't let me do it. I mean, it's kind of the norm. I've lost a match on stage 6 because of this bullshit so many times. So let's go over all the scenarios real quick. Your internet fluctuates, game over. Your battery dies out, game over. You lag and your game just lags for like a solid while, it's game over. You crash, your device crashes, it's game over. My LD player just crashed for some reason. I've never seen this happen before. Of course it happens right now, and that's actually perfect because that reminded me that this can happen too. I purposefully I usually record all my videos on the PC, but if I were to do this mode, guys, I would usually do it on the PC. And I would say that that's the safest option, and even then, as you can see, it crashed. So I think we've gone over 4 ways that you can fuck yourself in this mode. Let's go over the 5th one, which is the game itself just starts saying that connecting or something, right? That's it. It's game over. You're fucked. So this mode is actually atrocious for that one reason alone. Like the possibility of you losing all your progress just like that in the snap of a finger. That's insane. Please do excuse me, guys. I think we have just gone over every single way you can fuck yourself up in this mode. So yeah, let's continue anyway with the rant out of the way. Battle effect, we have already got it. Limit is... Oh, so that's why the limit... So that's why the damage was low. Well, let's get this out of the way. Another reason why I would get that is because, as I was saying before, this particular characters that you can see right here, if I reset this, I am going to... this time I'm going to do it to show you guys. It's all going to be trash. The reason because is, except for the... I think this Hinami too, and then this Kaneki, and then this Ow, and then the free-to-play unit. This usually tells you that it's not gonna be good if you reset it. So before I do that, I'm gonna restore my HP because yeah, I think that should be good enough. By the way, if you choose resurrect option and none of your units are dead, but one of your units needs more, is like on the brink of dying. Let's say this Hide is about to die. I select him and I press this. Then no, it's not gonna be wasted, but rather it's gonna revive him. It's gonna full HP him basically. So this one's useful too. Let's say all of your units are completely fine, and in my case, of course, Red Ayato is the key unit, and let's say his HP is lower than like 20%. It's not gonna be covered by restore HP. Is what I'm trying to say. Then you wanna pick this and do that. That's gonna be a better value to do. That's only if all of your rest of your units are completely fine though. Don't do this otherwise. Or your unit is dead. So yeah, I'm gonna be resetting this just to show you guys. As you can see, this is not... I don't do my voiceover after the recording. So I like I've said before, I freeball it. So there's no way I should have known what was coming after this. But as you can see, I've already told you it's all gonna be trash. Even if you're coping and saying this is for Anteku, nah bro, this is not for Anteku. None of these units are useful for that. Both of these units are very old backups. The Renji you could get early on is gonna be better than those two, because in this mode you wanna have a universal backup that's gonna allow you to swap factions more easily. So let's get out of here. And yeah, as you can see, this time healing was the right option because we have a fight just after the shop. Yeah, just a slog. Just a huge slog, guys. This is probably gonna be the longest video on my channel by far, easily, because of how atrocious the mode is. If I would not do this mode, if you were to like I under no circumstance would I do this mode once that it is over. Like once I get it fully done once, that's it. And I'm really hoping that I can do it on camera to be like to get two birds with one stone, is essentially, so that I never have to record this even again, and I don't even have to do it again, so that I'm able to sweep, right? So yeah, but in any case, my ult is having the 20 million damage node remaining, so I'm gonna have to do it eventually. I can't just procrastinate and let it go all the way. I mean like never do it is what I meant. But my ult is pretty chill. Like I don't really care about too much about the stuff that goes on there, so you know, maybe it's just gonna stay like that. Let's see. Shinohara over here, so he's gonna be a problem. So I don't think he's gonna let us attack twice, so let us use all of our buffers this time, so that potentially we can nuke the others around him, hopefully. Otherwise we're actually okay, we might actually die here. As you can see, even with like a fully built kitted out team, it is difficult. Okay, I think we might die here, because as you can see, these are grunts, but they deal so much damage. Okay, as you can see, we lost a unit. If we have a healing node next, we should be good. If we don't have a healing node next, we're cooked, because like I said before, you're gonna start second, and I think you've seen the amount of damage that the enemies can do. So if you start second, there's literally no chance of you winning, unless you have like DST Ken and all the meta on Teiku, or like super tanky units. Like even then it's gonna be difficult. Okay, yeah, we pretty much lost, guys. We're gonna have to start second, and oh wow, it has Owl in the team. Okay, GG's. Well, yeah, unfortunately we couldn't make it all the way to the end. I was hoping, but it would seem that I forgot to upgrade the limits all the way, and that's why the damage was low. As I've told you before, the key limits are on during the end, so without them the damage is gonna be lacking like a lot. So as you can see, if they go first, the other thing that they have advantage is my Ayato does not do anything, and the reason for that is they have gained a lot of buffs by going first. Because that they need to use their active skills once in order to give themselves some buffs, and them having any buffs is already enough to kill us, because we don't have any. Like I said before, our units are like completely empty inside. They don't have anything going for them. So yeah, well, at least it saves me the trouble of going through another hour of this log. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this run, guys. Not the video, just for this run. So yeah, that is unfortunate, but okay. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna be switching to my main account to show you guys a bunch of achievements and scene cores that you have to do this mode for, and I'm gonna be going over the choices of the currency a little more in depth over there. So it's just to show you guys more like there's nothing to do much over there because I've already sweeped it. So yeah, just give me a second. Alright, we are on our main, guys, and as you can see over here, I am able to sweep this, and as you can see, for clearing it all the way, words are hard, you get like, you don't even get 2k. Like, this is ridiculous. This mode is actually ridiculous. Like, it expects you to work for like 2 or 3 hours straight to be able to get one of these boxes. Like, that's insane. The only thing I would say is the UR tactic is definitely worth it. That is the only reason players will bother to play this mode. I assure you, if you're not able to sweep this mode, if players are not able to sweep this mode, and they would remove this red tactic from here, nobody's gonna do it. Nobody is gonna do it. And the reason why I tell you that is because the sweep tickets earlier were only for VIP 12 or 11 or above. So you can see why they would change it, because literally no one was playing this mode. It is very tedious to do. You need to be a no-lifer to be like able to buy this like over from here without sweeping it, or you can just like get it from every week wise and do it the way I suggested you do, is to not get them from the mode itself, but rather just get them over time through every single week from the sidebar over here, and then you can just get one comfortably without putting in too much work, and then you can either get one or you can save to get another UR tactic next month very comfortably, and then you can repeat the cycle and even get the SSR ones twice every single month, every single month, because you're gonna have leftover currency. As you can see in my account over here, I have a lot of currency, and that is only because I did not buy the SSR tactics for a very long time, and also the fact that I sweep it all the way every single week to get the side rewards. I'm not even willing to play the mode till like stage 2 to get this even, and neither should you. And the reason for that is because by the time your sweep tickets, all 5 will be over. Like, for example, right now I would have 5, right? By the time these 5 get over, already another event will come and refill these to 10, to like let's say I've spent 2, so it will refill it to 7. It's gonna give me 5 more or like 3 more, whatever the number is, and it's gonna keep me going until another event comes and the cycle repeats. You're never gonna be running out of them, don't worry, but you are gonna need to clear it one time, unfortunately, to be able to sweep it in the first place. I know people to this day who have not been able to complete it, and they are day 1 players. I'm not making that up, by the way. That is, I actually even have an account right now. I can log in and show you, but I don't have the permission of the owner, so I will not do that. So yeah, and that's nothing to be embarrassed about. The mode is quite tedious, guys. Now we're gonna be going over what teams and units you should be looking out for in the Abyssal mode. Again, I'm gonna be going over something very important right now, which I've missed. I've just realized that in stage 1, no, I'm not gonna waste the energy. Sorry guys, I have very little cells to spare. So in stage 1, you're gonna get all free-to-play units without any exception. The only exception is you might get limited units or 1 or 2 good units like Green Toka or like Owl. Yeah, those you can get, but anything beyond that you're not gonna get, and that is not a luck factor. That's just how the game is meant to be played. you get free to play units, and you're gonna be able to clear the Arima boss at the stage 1 with those deadbeat units. Don't worry about it. Just make sure they don't all die, and then, which is difficult in itself to do. And then at stage 2, during the first and second shops, you want to save all of your currency and try to reset over there rather than resetting in stage 1. And the reason, because I've said it to you before, when the loot pool is filled with units like owls, like blue Kens and Hinamis and green Tokas, resetting it is not gonna give like rerolling it is not gonna get you anything. They're just gonna be free to play units in there. Like, the loot pool is not good. Like, there's nothing to be like looking forward to in that loot pool. So don't reset it in stage 1. Only save your coins and only reset it on stage 2, and try to get a good unit or carnival unit from there. I'm gonna tell you what to look forward to in a second, but try to get good units from there. If you get a good unit, well and good, you can proceed further. If you do not, really consider exiting the mode, like straight up quitting the mode, and then trying it all over again. This might seem very convoluted and difficult and tedious to do, but I assure you, you will be saving your time, because going further, if you don't get a good unit in the second stage, in the first and second shop, you're basically cooked. You're not gonna be able to survive until the next shop comes after that point. So you might as well just reset at that point. You're basically trying to reroll for good units, not in the first stage, but in the second stage, and you save all the currency from this first stage to be able to do the rerolling in the second stage. I'm sorry if that sounds too convoluted for you guys, but that's how it is. Early on, when the mode came out, this was not the case, because you could re-roll the units that you get in stage 1. Basically what I used to do is I used to come in this mode, go to stage 1, go in the last shop, because that one seemed to have better rates. It had a better loot pool of characters inside it. So what I used to do is, if I got something good from there, then I would proceed further. If not, the same thing applies that I said before. I would quit out and then I would do it again. The only caveat to doing that was the 100 energy would be spent very quickly, because clearing stage 1 it takes less time compared to the other stages. So yeah, they've changed that, guys. That is no longer the case. The loot pool is even shittier now. At least I cannot prove that, but you'll just have to take my word for it. If you get anything in stage 1 in the second shop, then do let me know in the comments. Maybe I just got incredibly unlucky for like months straight and I did not get anything, which is completely possible in this godforsaken mode. So yeah, that could also be a possibility. So that's up to you if you want to reroll at stage 1. That I would not do that personally. I would recommend you save the coins and reroll at stage 2's first and second shop. If you get nothing from there, it's GG's. You can quit safely. If you get something, well and good. Just keep in mind of the faction that that good unit is, and then you just need to build on that faction. And you also need to select the buffs from every single place that you can get buffs. And you want to select the, let's say you got a high say, you want to select all CCG buffs. You can get what I'm saying from there. You get Augiri unit, let's say you've got Wings of Order Aito, you pick all Augiri buffs. Now for units. Guys, a quick disclaimer. No org is completely unplayable in that mode, because it never gives you units to be able to fill out no org. The only unit that you'll be seeing is one of these Rizeis. That's it. That's literally it. The exception is Hide, because he's a support. You're never gonna be seeing this Orochi. You might very rarely see this Uta, and then I would not even recommend you. Like, at that point, it's not worth it to build no org. So already out of the 4 factions, only 3 remain, which is Augiri, CCG, and Anteku. Now out of these, I would say don't go for Augiri, guys. Again, it's not really up to you. I know that. I'm not trying to say that, oh, you need to get it, only then you're gonna be able to do it. No, that's not the case. You can do it with Wings of Order. In fact, I cleared it for the first time with Augiri itself. So it can definitely be done. What should you be looking for? If you have Senti, hang on, let me select Augiri. Yeah, so if you have this Aito, don't get him. This Senti, do not get him. Any free to play unit, don't get him. If you get this Naki, you're gonna get him early on. He's an excellent pick. Definitely get him and put him in the backup. He's very good. He's actually very good for that mode, and the reason because he's a universal backup. His backup skill, which is increasing pen rate, applies to all characters regardless of the faction. So you can just pick him, and he's very easily accessible because he's actually a free-to-play unit. You can just get him all out of the way early on, put him in the backup, and if you get an Augiri later on, you already have a backup for them. So this is actually like a future, taking care of the future type of deal. So his case is an exception. No other free-to-play unit is to be taken, except for Nico. If you're trying to do the damage one, yeah, you can pick him. Sen, I'm not gonna tell you guys something that I would not follow on my own. I don't know how she plays. As you can see, I don't have her maxed either, so I cannot tell you how she plays. So I'm not gonna tell you anything that I would not do on my own. Next up is Eto. She is good for this mode. She can make you tank an entire hit. She's useful against the bosses as well. If you get her, you might want to consider her if you're going for Augiri. Again, when I say going for Augiri, what I mean by that, guys, is the game has given you 1 or 2 good Augiri units, and you at that point you have no other choice but to build Augiri, and the same applies for every single faction, right? Alright, so Red Ayato, he's a star of the show. Reason being, he is very easily available in that mode. Red Ayato can be easily found in that mode. You're gonna be finding him in the stage 2 very often, and that's the reason why I had him in my run as well. Red Ayato packs a lot of punch. Those who are longtime players of the game will tell you Red Ayato is an absolute menace in this game. That is no longer the case, of course, but in PvE he can still pack a punch. As you can see, mine is SSS, and believe me, he is SSS for a reason. Masken is fairly simple to get. He is for some reason the game considers Masken a free-to-play unit. Don't ask me why, but he can even show up in stage 1 for some reason. So definitely get him. The reason being his backup skill of starring your cards up for every kill, that applies to all units. That applies to all factions, sorry. Oh yeah, he's a good pick. But for, let's say you don't find any, you have to go out of your way to look for backup units for other factions other than Augiri if you end up making that. So do keep in mind. So that is a downside to using him. Tatara is easily available too. He too is considered a free-to-play unit for some reason. But to be fair, he is a limited unit, guys. So I think that is why he is considered in that loot pool as well. By that loot pool, I mean, yes, the one that is in stage 1. Don't pick this Tatara. You can go for this Yamori. He's okay. He has a follow-up attack, so he's not bad at all. You can definitely go for him. This Yamori packs a lot of punch. If you get him, definitely use him. Even Senti, if you get him early on, you might want to consider using him as a single target. Same goes for him. If you get this Yamori, definitely use him instead of these two. I'm not saying that he's better than those 2 units. I'm saying that for that mode, because of his follow-ups, you don't necessarily need to use him. You can just have him standing there and he'll do his bonus attacks, and he'll be more useful than these 2. This Yamori, however, can chain kill, so he is useful for that mode. You're not gonna be seeing him very often, I'm gonna be honest. This Ayato is very useful. You're not gonna be seeing him very often either. If you get him and you have an Augiri unit, that's a win right there. That's a W. Easter Ayato, you are gonna be seeing him a lot. He is useful. No, you want for those new players, use him first and then use all the rest of your cards. Just keep that in mind. He debuffs the enemies with a breathless. I think that is what it's called, or a ultra detonates. So whenever your ally Augiri units deal damage, they're gonna be dealing more damage. So use him first as a primer, and then use your main DPS like Ayato after him. Red Ayato, I mean. Noro, no need to go over him. You're not gonna be seeing him much. If you get him, that's good. Definitely use him. If not, you're not gonna be seeing him much. You're not gonna be seeing this Naki much either. I don't know why. He's literally a limited unit. I've never seen him much, like once or twice. I've never seen this unit. I'm gonna be honest. Same goes for this one. That's because he's a new unit. I have seen Wings of Order Ayato. He's very good for that mode. If you get him, you might as well guarantee a win. Again, you can die in the last stage, but because of the RNG of the cards, and the rest of your team must be strong as well. So yeah, that's for Augiri, guys. No org, I've already told you it's not worth to make the team. It's gonna be very unlikely that you're gonna find all the units to make that team. because of the low unit count. Let's go over CCG. CCG is in the best shape to be able to clear that thing right now. Heise, already you've literally just won. I don't even think you can deliberately lose once you get Heise, right? Heise, SP Rima. I have seen him a couple of times. He's not that rare. Even if you get Arima, this Arima alone, he will be able to clear it all the way. I've cleared it once on my alt account with him alone. So he is a powerhouse. He's gonna be able to easily kill everyone over there. Reason because is usually we are not disrupted, and if this Arima is not disrupted, he packs a lot of punch. This Arima, you're gonna be seeing him a little bit. Put him in the backup. He's fine. Ignore her. Ignore him. Ignore him. Yuri is not very useful there unless you get the synergy down that is currently broken. I would say it's bugged. Both of these units along with an unkillable unit like PSY Rima will render the enemy useless and will just kill them because of a bugged interaction. I'm not gonna be telling you guys what that is because that's gonna be patched. So on their own, not very useful. She is useful though. Put her in the backup if you get her. Who's next? Juzo, very useful. Because if you get a kill, he chains. So if you get him and you have a CCG build, that's it. You've literally just won. Amon, as you guys saw, I got this Amon last time. If you get a PSY Carnival unit in the loot pool, know that refreshing it will probably give you some other Carnival unit. So that's pretty good. Amon himself is now very useful in that mode. He's not the worst either because he has a follow up on start. Juzo, not very useful, but you'll see him often because he's a limited unit. I've never seen this unit before, so, and he's an old unit, so I wouldn't use him either. Mado I've seen a couple of times, not very useful anymore, but I mean, if you don't have any backup, definitely go for him. Don't use him. Do not use him. Do not use them. The reason why I'm telling you not to use the Aratas is because they are old, and this guy is completely dead. Because you need a lot to like make him work, and like I've said before, if you're at a situation where you need to tank, you're already doomed. So this Shinohara would prove more useful than him because he's gonna not allow the units to attack more than once. But again, guys, you don't want them to attack at all. If you even let them attack once with this Shinohara, you're dead. So the whole purpose is to like never let them attack in the first place, and that is the reason why you will now go for these. This Arima, he is useful. He is actually useful because of Heise, so he's not bad. If you don't have SP Arima and you get him instead, that's fine too. Red Arima is a little iffy. He has nice bonus attack at the end, and again, his LR cell stats don't carry over to that mode, so not that great, but not the worst either. Juzo, if you get Juzo and this Juzo particularly, and you think that you're gonna be able to make an entire CCG just from him, I would not do that. If you get this guy alone and you think that okay, CCG it is, then definitely don't do that just for this guy alone. His damage is lacking now. He's a okay unit at best. They have done my poor boy very bad in this game, guys. But we will be waiting for RE Juzo to fix that for us. Early on, these two are the ones that you'll be getting in stage 1. So yeah, good fucking luck with these two. CCG done, Augiri done. Let's go over on Teiku. This account is not very known for Teiku. In fact, I don't even have 2 units, so but I do have it on my alt, so don't think that, guys, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't used myself, so that's not the case. I'm sure viewers of the channel will know that I do have an alt account with a fully built up Augiri, I mean an Teiku. So yeah, let's go over this one as well. Renji you're gonna find very easily. He's a good pick. Put him in backup immediately if you find him. In fact, if you find Mass Ken, and I'm repeating myself, but Mass Ken is very common in that mode for some reason. So if you find Mass Ken and you find Renji, get Renji instead, unless you're Augiri, of course. So let's go over this. Don't get her, don't get her, don't get him. If you get him, that's okay. He's not gonna help you too much. Don't get him. If you get her for some reason, she is rare, but you can get her. Put her in the backup. She's actually very good. For those who don't know, let's go over her kit real quick. As you can see, in PvE, stats are increased by a whopping 30%. a whopping 30%, but only in PvE. So she's goated for that mode. So she's very good. Her, you're gonna see her a lot, guys. I assure you, you're gonna see her a lot. You're gonna see Hinami a lot. You're gonna see this owl a lot. You're gonna see her a lot. And you would be thinking that, oh, I can just make an entire team out of these few units that you mentioned, and you would be completely true. This is not gonna last you very long. You're gonna die as soon as you reach PS5 Atto. Before that, you're gonna be completely fine. So you're gonna pray to God that you get someone better in the meantime, so you can replace them, and you can get further. If not, if this is what you're running, you're cooked. The game is gonna give you these units again and again and again and again, over and over again. Don't fall for it, guys. If these are the Untaku units that you're gonna be using, you might as well just not use it at that point. She is also included in the list. Don't use this Nishiki. Don't use this Renji. Don't use the rabbit. Use this Renji. He is good. Forget about her. Forget about. Wait, how do I have 2 Nishikis? What? Oh my god, they look the same. Huh, I've never realized that. Okay, well that was a jump scare. I thought I just had 2 Nishikis in my account for some reason. Her, forget about her, forget about her, forget about him. She's very good. If you are able to get her, put her in. She's a good support because you don't even need to use her. This is the unit that you're looking for. If you get her, is GG's. You're gonna win. He is absolutely, he's busted. Like and the other good thing about this Ken is that he can be used in both Aogiri and Anteku. So if you get him and you're at the crossroads to like make both Anteku and Aogiri, which you are gonna be in that Forsaken mode, so this is gonna be the helping point. So he's gonna be a good placement in the team regardless of the faction, and then the next unit that you get is gonna be the deciding factor whether you pick Anteku or Aogiri. So he's a very good unit for this mode because he's 2 factions. He not only that, he himself packs a punch. He has a good bonus attack. Overall, very good unit. And then this Toka is very good too. If you get her, that's good. This Toka, if you get her without an Anteku, consider making an Anteku. And if you think you're not gonna be able to do it, then just leave her. But she's the meta Anteku backup. That's why I was mentioning that point. Do not get him under any circumstance. Do not take her. If you're missing a backup unit, you can take her and put her in. Christmas Hinami. This is an interesting one. She actually packs a punch. She can be useful. And you see her often. So if you want to make an Anteku early on, you are going to be seeing her a lot in that mode. You can pick her. She's not bad. But beyond stage 3, her damage will lack a lot. Don't pick this Ken. I don't even think I need to mention the R units. This Toka is broken. If you get DST Ken, you've already won the mode. I don't think you can lose even on purpose. So yeah, that's gonna be it all for the units, guys. What to look for. The reason why I went through all of that painstakingly is because this mode, guys, is unlocked very early on. Like I said before, as you saw, I had it unlocked on my free-to-play account. So yeah, so that's why the people who play this mode are not even gonna be able to know what is good for this mode and what is bad. And that is the reason why I went over every single unit that is good and bad painstakingly, might I add. I'm sorry, guys, I really shouldn't be saying that because my intention is to help you out, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm doing a favor. So my bad. But yeah, that is why I went over every single one. To tell the new players what is good and what is bad, because of course they're not going to know every single meta for every single team, and even if they know every single meta for every single team, they're not going to know the previous metas. For example, the game is going to, in this mode, is going to give you that owl, the Toka and the Hinami, the old ones, and the new player would be saying that, oh, this is a team used in 3v3. I've seen this team in arena, so I think it should be fine, and that team is actually trash. Because that's a very old lineup, and the LR cells for the owl that allows that team to work are not applicable in this mode. So it's gonna be completely shit, and you're gonna have a sour taste in your mouth when you like get all the units, you get all the way until the end, and then you lose like instantly. That's not gonna be a good experience, and that's why I went over every single unit. Now here's the silver lining. These units, more are going to be added over time, more metas are going to be shifted, so that's why the lineups will be updated in future, what is good and what is bad. But in the end, and here's the silver lining also, no matter how much the game changes, nothing's gonna matter in this mode, because it's all down to your luck. What the game gives you, you're gonna have to make a team based on that. And that is why the information I give you is only useful if you already have few units the game gave you, and then you have to build on top of that. Then this information is going to be useful. But yeah, with that out of the way, guys, this is the longest video in my channel. As I said before, I am absolutely not going to drag it any further than that. I am very well aware that this is a slog and fucking hour long video. I do not expect even people to watch it. Like, of course I'm going to watch it, but to see for errors. But apart from that, I don't even blame anyone for not watching it, because but then again, this mode is so long. This mode takes an hour and a half to clear in itself. So like, I don't think that it doesn't seem very long, does it? But considering how much it takes to clear the mode in the first place. But yeah, enough copium out of the way. That's gonna be for the wow. I should get some rest. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. See you in the next one.